Hey guys, day 2 of the final beta and we have a new video about mistake that you should avoid. Now, as usual, remember to like the video, subscribe if you didn't already, and let's get into it. First thing first, the stamina. It's probably every video you watch about the game, they tell you how important it is, that you should get like all the recharge every day, and as you can see, I also finished for today. And yes, now you know it's important, but how should you spend your stamina? Because maybe you're gonna do like me, and yesterday I spent so much doing investigation, which is the mode where you get the experience to level up your character, and then you fall behind in other stuff. Now, the best way to spend your stamina using your brain is to follow the hyperlink chart. Like, for example, right now I can see that I need to reach level 28, can't really do anything particular for that, I will just have to play the game. I have to clear the story, so I know that when I unlock the next level, I think I unlock the next one at 27 actually, I can do this one. And then there is this one, defeat Doki Doki Nightmare 1 or higher 10 times, so I know that as soon as I get back my stamina after the reset, I can farm Doki Doki, which I should do anyway because I need the module, but then I will be able to also get some extra material. And same thing for here, like, first of all, this is the second one. I already completed all the 6 basic training and expert training for Lian, and you can check here like how much material, how much stuff you get for this, so it's absolutely worth it. And then when you finish, you get the next one, and again, reach level 30, I already know how to do that, upgrade to Epic Shell, and guess what, I actually need to finish upgrading my shell, so I know that I should start to invest more in my Epic Shell. Again here, defeat Nightmare 2 or above for Terror Maton, so I know that I will also have to farm Terror Maton, so you can follow this, like, first of all, do your dailies, of course, everybody do his daily, and it's super fast to do that. But then, if you are not sure about how to progress or what to do, follow one of these. Module is not, I would say the most important are Commission Chronicle and Animus Fate. You can also check like shell turning and the module modification, but this is more like stuff that you will do anyway, like collect this stuff. And again, most of them you do it at the same time, defeat Doki Doki Nightmare. And so yeah, this is how you should proceed when you decide how to spend your stamina. I think that's the best thing you can do actually. And yeah, so this way you avoid wasting it, because even if you do, like, even if you consume all your stamina, maybe you do it doing not very useful stuff, and then you regret it later because you realize that you're not progressing as everybody else. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, do not overinvest into too many units. Like, this is my day 2 of the final beta. I did start spending money, so I'm not free to play anymore, but I didn't roll that much compared to people that spend their gems on rolling. As you can see, I actually have 10,000 gems left, so it's, you can imagine I didn't spend much on rolling. And this is all the characters that I have. It's a very good amount, and as you can see here, I have a bunch of SSR that I didn't touch. Even if I actually want to try a character like Rosa and Born, because they're new and I want to use them before the end of the beta, these are the characters that I invested into. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one I just started, like, it doesn't even have like module finished. Like, I'm waiting for the reset so I can start to build him for PvP. I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna change the shell and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the idea. Do not overinvest into too many characters, because first of all, especially if you're free to play or low spender like me, you don't have enough resources to build everybody. Also, the second thing is, like, you don't need that many characters. Like, if you saw my video from yesterday, I managed to get on Hard 3 on day 1 for Terromaton just using Lian and Freya. That was the only 2 SSR that I was using. And today I managed to reach Nightmare, and I just used Lian again as DPS, Real Mocha as DPS for Doki Doki. And the only one extra one that I made is Lily, because obviously Lily is overpowered. Like, she's so crazy good. I found Lily, I got super lucky. Of course I want to build Lily, but even other characters, strong character like Rosa or Biotin, I found them, I didn't build them because it's just not needed. Could I make cool team with Biotin? Yes, absolutely. She would be amazing with Lian. Do I actually need it? No, because I'm already a Nightmare 2 and on Terror Maton, so I don't really need to build Biotin. I can just continue with the unit I already have. And it's not that easy. Like, now for Lian I have like 6 star and she's level 5 out of 50. Everybody has like 5 star. It's not that easy to level them up. So don't go and start to invest into 1,000 characters because you like them and stuff like that, because it's just gonna slow down your progress so much, and I'm quite sure you're gonna regret it later. So best thing to do is invest into a small amount of character first, and then when you unlocked almost everything in the game and you can farm most of the PvE mode without problem, then you can start to invest into other character. Also because when you move, for example, to Terrormaton, now this is not a good example because just for the build I still have some old module, but for example now Real Mocha has everything yellow gear, like all the gear are yellow. All the old gear I can just pass them to another DPS if I want. Now I don't have another DPS, but for example, if I wanted to build Messiah just for like the sake of building him, I could use other gear that I used to have on Real Mocha. Now in my case, which is also connected to the next thing we're gonna talk about, I don't have most of the equipment probably anymore. Let me see. 15, no, this one not really. I don't have it and I'm gonna tell you why soon, because it's connected to the next topic, but that's one thing you can do. When you finish building a character and you change the module, you can give them to another character. Now, this doesn't actually work very well with DPS. I made a bad example. It works better with characters that are built on speed. For example, this is all stuff that I recycled from other characters, probably from Freya. Now Freya has everything yellow and, I mean, one purple and one pink. Everything is 15, and the previous stuff I can give it to Lily, for example. So this is how it works. And the next thing is do not waste your resource and like manage your resource well. With that I mean, for example, let's go to the inventory. Here you can see all the stuff that you have, like all the module, for example, in this case. And as you can see, I don't have almost anything from the defensive set. Why? Because I recycled them. As you can see, I only have yellow gear and pink gear now, except for the stuff that is equipped to some character. I only have yellow and pink gear, everything else I recycle. And if there is some stuff, like now, for example, I think I will build some character, like I'm at that point of the game where I start to build character with 2 different sets. But for example, I already know that I will not use, what it is, this one. So all this stuff, I can just recycle them and you get money and you never have enough money. Like Etheria coin, you never have enough Etheria coin, you need it so much, you're gonna spend so much, especially when you start to upgrade stuff to plus 15. Shell, same thing. Now I'm starting to build my epic shell, so I'm stocking up because then first of all you need to have like all the proper metrics that you need. Then you're gonna have to use a lot of them to ascend them to the next level. And yeah, so now I'm stocking up on this stuff from one specific run. But for example, this one, I know I don't need it, just burn it. Everything else that I had before, if unless I'm still using it for some reason, just burn everything. Like you need the coin, don't keep your resource there, it's useless. So just recycle everything that you don't need. Of course, be smart about it, don't do stupid things like burning stuff that you can actually use on another character. But yeah, that's the point. Like, be smart about your resource. What you don't need, you can burn it and make it into coin. And one thing about this, like the perfect lattice, it's very difficult to find, and so you have to be very smart about how you use it. But this one for the SR, the evolution lattice, is not as difficult. So it's not a bad idea to try to max skill for your animus. For example, Valerian, that in my opinion is an amazing character, skill 3, I already maxed it. So I already use 1, 2, 3, 4 of the SR lattice that you can accumulate in the game. And I'm doing the same with Dyna and Kraken in my case, because I want to max their skill, both of their skill 3. Now I don't have the material, because I need to farm more material later when there's the reset. But don't be too, don't try to save up too much. The evolution lattice is much easier to find compared to the perfect one. For example, now this is where I want to use my perfect one, which is on Freya. So you can max a lot of skill from your favorite SR, not really your favorite, like the one that you use the most. And it's a very good idea, because if I didn't max the skill 3 of Valerian, I would still be stuck on Nightmare 1 of Terrormaton probably. And so that's what I mean when I talk. Also, there is a bunch of stuff that you can actually open, like consumable item. As you can see, if I didn't check my inventory, I wouldn't remember that I have this stuff. So you can open, select what you need, take it, and then just continue to upgrade your the skill of your character. So remember also to not forget your box there, because it can happen. For me, I found one of the items to recharge your stamina. It was there in my inventory before, and I didn't remember I had one. So yeah, that's one of the things. Now, going back to the topic of the character, to not overinvest, you also need to invest in a smart way. Like, a lot of people for sure want to build a lot of SR character because they're cool, because they're strong, and everything like that. Yes, that's true. Rosa is amazing. I tried Rosa from other people in my guild, and it's so OP. I cannot wait to build up mine and try her in every mode, literally. But it's not a character that bond well with the character that I invested into right now, except for Lily. Lily and Rosa are monster, but that's not the point, and is not what I needed when I found her. So try to prioritize character that you actually need. Now with Lily, for example, when I found her yesterday, it's easy because Lily, it's literally S tier in every mode. Like, he's the best, one of the best character you can use in pretty much any mode from PvE to PvP. But for example, do not sleep on your SR. Again, as I mentioned, Valerian has been the best character for my progression, because without Valerian I would still be stuck in a lower level of both Terrormaton and Doki Doki. So do not sleep on SR character because you want to invest into cool SSR character. Like SR character in this game are very, very good. So try to build a team that works for what you have. For example, Kraken, it's a very, very good CC character for what's the name, for Doki Doki. But if, for example, you want to start to get ready early for Aurora, you can also start to build Obol. Now mine is not built because I prefer, like, I was using Obol in Doki Doki, but then I realized I prefer Kraken. But try to invest into character that you need. So the next one I'm gonna invest is gonna be Obol, because I'm gonna start to get ready for Aurora, to farm the module in Aurora. Now, do I want to prioritize Born or Rosa or even Biotin because I like them more? Yes. Am I gonna do it? No, because it's not the smartest idea. Of course, this is all stuff that I'm telling you if you want to maximize your progress and your management of the resource. If you just want to enjoy the game and just play PvE very chill and not be competitive in PvP, you don't need to do all this stuff. You can just enjoy the game and do what you want. But if you want to be as effective as possible, especially early game when you don't have a lot of resource, try to build a character that have a good synergy with your team. And overall, there are characters that are good with any team. Like Dinah is a perfect debuff character. She's gonna work with literally any team where you just need a debuff. And Valerian is the same. She can heal you. So if you don't have a specific healer, like in my case, I don't use Sanya or Linglo, and you need some healing, but you also need some buff, Valerian is absolutely amazing. You need CC, Kraken is amazing, Obol is amazing, and there are way more characters that can do this stuff. So just do your research, do your math, and decide what to invest into based on the character that you have. For example, if I got super lucky and I found Doki Doki early when I start rolling for my Animus, I would not go for Freya because they have a similar role. And just having Freya and Doki Doki in the same team is gonna be a little bit of overkill. Of course, eventually, when you have enough resource, you want to have both of them built up. But early game, I wouldn't need a team with both Freya and Doki Doki. And ideally, both Freya and Doki Doki are characters that you're gonna use almost always in every team that you have. So it's just not that ideal to have both of them built, because one of them is probably going to stay in the bench for most of the time. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say that you should be smart about the character that you invest into and just go for the good synergy that they can have, and also the role, obviously. You want to have someone that can heal you, like don't go full buffer and then just forget about healing like a lot of people do in some mode. And then we go to the last mistake, the number 5 that we're going to have in this video, and is neglecting gear and enhancement, and also the shell in general. Like, again, I told you many times in this video to not overinvest and not waste your resource, but you need to build up your character properly. As I mentioned in the video from yesterday of the gear progression, like the progression overall of the game, once you start to have yellow gear, you can start to upgrade them. Now, for example, why am I still using unique stuff here? Because they have critical rate, and I didn't find enough good item to change here and put higher rarity. So in this case, I decided, after everything else was plus 15, to also go for plus 15 for the unique gear, because they have critical rate, and critical damage. This is currently the build that I have on my Lian. I don't have attack bonus here. And so keep these things in mind. Like, for example, let's see, this is also already plus 15, and it's because I already have the bonus that I wanted, attack bonus, critical rate, and critical damage. Eventually, when you start to go to better gear, you're gonna start to care also about this stuff here. Ideally, for your DPS, you check critical rate, you check attack bonus, but the way they get upgraded, it's random. So it's not something that you can really have like a saying. Like, you just upgrade and hope that the bonus that you want is gonna get upgraded. In this case, for example, critical rate didn't and attack bonus did, but very small amount. And when you move, for example, to a speed character, you wanna make sure that you upgrade stuff where they have speed. So for example, is defense bonus the best bonus you can give to Kraken? No. Ideally you want to have HP bonus. Do I care? No, because what is the job of Kraken? Is just to go there, be fast, and CC everybody. So what do I want? I upgrade stuff with speed. And guess what? These also have speed, and these also have speed. Now again, they have only +2, and this one +4 because I got lucky, because when you upgrade them, a lot of time they just don't get upgraded, it's all random. But this is what I mean, like, and even then, as you can see, this stuff is still +10, and all the yellow gear are +15. Like, don't spend too much money on gear that are low rarity, but at the same time, don't keep them at +5 for the rest of your life. Like, when you reach a point where most of your character, like the main one, the main buff healer, have a +15 equipment like this, then you can start to invest a little bit more into other characters that maybe are DSR that use for CC or debuff and stuff like that. So another example, Valerian. I love Valerian, I use her a lot, but she doesn't have priority compared to Kraken, so her stuff is all +9, and she still have unique gear. Now, after the reset, hopefully, I will start to build properly her kit, because I want to do that, but yeah, that's the thing. And also remember that when you start to get around the mid part of the game, so let me give you an example. When your threshold, you start to farm Nightmare, and when for Green Pursuit, you start to farm the what is it, the yellow pet, the epic shell pet, whatever you want to call them. That's when you can start to do a double build, so you can actually start to have 2 different matrix in your character and have bonus from both of them. This is when you start to invest a little bit more, in my opinion, into your shell and a little bit more into your module. Until then is except for your DPS and maybe your main healer buffer character, I wouldn't go for a lot of +15. I think also, yeah, also for Lily, I don't have many +15. And this is why, because now I'm gonna start to make builds that are like Swift Rush and HP bonus on percentage. So this is why, like, all this stuff, I can easily change it and put, for example, this that is yellow, and go for HP bonus in percentage, and then I already have all this side with the speed. This is not good because it's only have 1 in the matrix, but then it's much easier and much cheaper to build a double set character compared to, for example, if I want to do it on Lily and everything is already +15. Now, why did I call her Lily? It's real Mocha, but I hope you get what I mean. Like, don't overinvest, but also don't be too greedy, because you need to progress in the game somehow. And so, if you need to invest a little bit extra in something, I would say the DPS are a good idea, but that's just my take. Experiment, do what you think is right, and see how it goes. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, I hope it was useful, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.